first lady of smooth jazz tearing things up over here in the Irving John Travolta tearing things down. I'm in good company, and I'm here with Motown.
Hey,
yeah, Motown Maurice.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah, I got you. That band is cold.
Give it up for the Wide Awoke Band.
Wide Awoke.
They kept you wide awoke.
Now, you know, we are in Florida, and you do know that that's not grammatically correct, right? Did you take the FCAT, dog? Wide awoke, have you ever?
Wide awoke. They keep you wide awoke at all times.
Some bad boys.
Hey, when you're that good, you don't gotta be correct.
All right. Well, they're awesome.
Hey, I'm really happy to have you here.
Thank
I'm really happy to have you here at the Motown Maurice Show.
Yes, sir.
This is an experience like no other.
Yeah, I ain't never had no experience like this before. That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure.
You know, it's an experience that I will hope leads you to a job opportunity, because we all know that we do have some problems finding a job at times.
All right.
You know, the Motown Maurice Show is all about creating jobs, and I said, you know what? If I'm gonna create a job, I'm gonna look out for a brother that needs a job.
Yeah, I certainly appreciate it. When I find one that need one, I certainly let him know he need to come see Brother Mo.
No, but all jokes aside, you know, I got serious reason to believe that the character you played as Tommy on the show, Martin, who never had a job, or no one ever knew his job, had some real identity. It had an identity with you. Like, your personal identity was that person.
What the hell did you just say? Did you understand
what I'm trying to say?
FCAT, I'm telling you, for the public school system, I'm taking my kids out of school right now and going back to California. Lord,
what I'm trying to say,
that was easy for you to say.
What I'm trying to say is that you wasn't really acting. You brought that character, you brought your personal experiences onto that character. Is that true or not?
Why didn't you say that the first time? Why did we have to go for the last 15 minutes? My goodness. Well, we had a lot of things in common.
Okay.
I'm 6'4".
Okay.
The character Tommy's 6'4".
6'4", okay.
I'm about 270. He about 270.
Okay.
His name is Tommy and my name is Tommy.
Okay.
But I got a damn job, and don't you say it no more, okay? We all have a job. I must be about my Father's business. That's my job. I must walk the work of him who has sent me. Why does every Baptist preacher have to have asthma? You have to have a breathing disorder to be a Baptist preacher. Where Reverend William? Reverend William, why y'all gotta have asthma problems to be a preacher? Is that a prerequisite?
Oh man. But on the real, you were telling me in conversation when Martin decided that you wouldn't have a job, that you had a real problem with that.
You know what? Martin and I were very good friends before the Martin Show. And our relationship was very similar to our relationship on screen. I was a calm cat, and he was a wild cat. You know, we go play ball every day, and they were like, man, you better. Martin was a Golden Glove boxer. So even though he's a little cat, he doesn't back down from anybody at any time. So cats like, Tommy, you better get your boy. But he doesn't back down from anybody. So I'm like, come on, man, let's calm down. We're gonna be all right. That's really the way we brought that relationship to screen. So the first year of the Martin Show, when we first started the show, we sat around the room and we decided, listen, we have to decide what our jobs are gonna be, because we know we're out there for young African Americans, and we want to make sure that we do some things. We identify our jobs, and we did about 4 or 5 episodes the first season of the Martin Show, and revealing Tommy's job. So after you finish a season, we may finish maybe in May, and we're off until maybe August or September. So we go back and we start every show with a table read. And that means you sit around with the script and you read the script. If you have any questions or concerns, you tell the writers about it. And we're reading the script and they're talking about Tommy's job, and Martin stopped and said, wait a minute. What the hell do you do, Tommy? I said, well, I actually, he said, no, you ain't got no damn job. I said, no, I do. Now, everybody around the table's cracking up, and I'm going, no, that's not funny, dude. I really do have a job, man. No. The writer's like, I love it. Let's keep it. I'm like, no, don't do that, okay?
So you were really resisting.
My dad was an MP in the Navy, and that's how he ran the house. Every morning, I don't care if it's a weekend, he had a saying that nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. Get off your butt and do something. So that's the way we were raised. Work. You don't work, you don't eat. So that's all. Faith without works is what? You better say, hey! So all my life I heard about how important it was to work, how important it was to do, how important it was to apply yourself. And now all of a sudden I felt like I was stripped. Man, you telling me that I can't work? Wow. You telling me I'm some lazy bum with no purpose? So I had a lot of resistance to it, but it worked. And I was getting a big check, so they can say what the hell they want. Let's say praise the Lord.
But not only has it worked, it's became a brand for you and a message that you preach when you go out to speak to kids. And
I spend a great deal of time with young people. I have a nonprofit for youth called Be Still and Know Incorporated. To be, B-E, means to have a place, a position, and a purpose. Still, S-T-I-L-L, not S-T-E-A-L. Means to be free of commotion, agitation, and confusion, and means to bring things together, and to know is to be introduced to the truth. The truth is our children are beautiful, they're powerful, they're valuable, they're wonderful and worthwhile, and they need to know that. So that's part of the mission. So I tour all over the country. Every weekend I'm in a different city empowering young people, both here and the Caribbean islands and stuff. So, in fact, last night I was supposed to fly out to Haiti, and I got a call to go out and give a bunch of my books and stuff and read to the kids. But I told them, listen here, I know that there's some things going on over there, and I would love to help, but I have to go to the do the Maurice, the Motown Maurice show, and they said, the who show? I said, the Motown Maurice show. They said, oh, the who show? In Tampa, man. So here I am.
Okay.
With you.
Yeah.
So, but I'll go back and visit them. But I spend a lot of time, touring around and inspiring our young people. I think it's so important that my job is more than just getting in front of a camera acting a fool. Mm-hmm. That we can't just get what we can what we get, then sit on our can. Hello, walls.
Hello.
That God blesses us so that we can bless others. So I spend a lot of time motivating young people, writing children's books, a literacy program, and empowering young folk.
Okay, we're going to talk about these books in just a second. But, as you're preaching, to me, it kind of...
I'm preaching.
You're preaching.
How do you hear without a preacher?
Somebody please get this brother a handkerchief, because
right.
you're breaking the sweat.
It's getting hot in here.
But it helps me understand why you are referenced as the Pope of Comedy. Is that where it comes from?
I'm the Pope of Comedy, dog! I'm a church boy. I grew up in church all my life. And that... You went to my church?
Sounds like one person in here went to church or something.
And that's a key ingredient to success for me, is a healthy spiritual life. And so that's very, very, very important. What was your question again?
You're the Pope of Comedy.
Yeah, the Pope of Comedy. Where I was going with this. Hey. And but I have that reputation in the industry as well. We did over 125 episodes of Martin. And we never did one episode without me leading a prayer for all of us, thanking God for the opportunity to empower lives. So having that relationship and being known in the industry is that people think I'm a preacher, but I'm not a preacher. I just church boy.
You thought you was going to preach at one point in time in your life.
Many are called, but few are chosen.
If this talk show thing don't work out for me, I think I'm going to be a preacher.
Oh, a lot of folk going to hell. See, Lord don't call everybody preach. Some preachers misunderstand the Lord. Lord told somebody, go pick a peach. And they misunderstood and thought he said, go out and preach. Some of y'all need to be peach picking. You got a little fuzz going on. I crack me up.
Can I take it to the bridge? Hit me.
Jokes. Good friends of mine were creators and producers of the show. Ralph Farquhar, who created Moesha and the Parkers and Proud Family, and a ton of other things. And he and a good buddy of mine, Dwayne Corbett, who I grew up with, said, listen, we got to have you part of the show. I'm like, doing what? I'm not a comedian. But you're funny. Okay. But I'm funny when somebody else write the jokes. Somebody boo me, I'm ready to fight. So they said, listen, we got to find a way to keep this clean in kids, because TV One likes to clean, and you can't cuss, and you can't do this, and you be the enforcer. Well, I got it. You'll be the Pope of Comedy. So I'm the Pope of Comedy now. And we're having a great time. Bill Bellamy doing an outstanding job. Rodney Perry, just a wonderful group of folk. I enjoy working with them.
You think I'll have a chance on the show?
Tampa is a very pretty city. They got a lot of water.
Let's go back to the question. Do you think I would have a chance on the show? I did a little stand-up, and then maybe if I brought the bridge in it, they're not ready for that.
You know what? Is there anything in that cup? Why are you sitting the cup on the table?
I see you would avoid my question, but I'm going to find out how to be a part of the show.
Why you got a cup with nothing in it? Your cup's full to run over. Your cup empty.
Briefly tell me, so you're also a writer, producer, you've been shooting pilots. Tell us a little about that part of your life.
Man, there's all kind of wonderful things happening. Got some films we'll be directing and producing. And just shot a new pilot called The Last One Standing, The Last Kid Standing. It's a talent show where we're going to travel all over the country, allowing young people, giving them a platform to perform and acting and singing and spoken word and rap and song and dance. But not only do we give them an opportunity to perform, but we spend time that whole week with those young people, bringing in mentors and folk to talk to them and empower them. So letting them know that, see, performing was an outlet for us. As old school, you talk about old school, back in the day, we played ball. I went from basketball to football to track. There were things for us to do. And that kept us out of trouble. We went to church, we did all of these things, and now young people don't have as much to do, so they're finding themselves in trouble. Idle minds are the devil's workshop. So we're really empowering folk and these young people as we give them a platform to use their gifts as well.
And that's how you found your gifts and talent? In the church,
In
right?
the church, absolutely. I found it in the church house.
You was about to get in trouble and an opportunity came up for you to...
How you gonna tell me my life story?
I'm telling you.
What happened to me?
I did my research.
You did your research?
I did your research.
Can you hand me one of those books, please? I want you all to know that I wrote this book a while ago, and I have a page in here dedicated to Motown when his name was Maury.
Oh,
see that high top fade right there?
Hey.
He didn't know you were there. What about books up? See?
Hey, let's get some checks in the mail, brother.
Yeah, well,
I need to start getting paid.
You can't beat God.
You can't be using my likeness like that without giving me a check.
You know what? God bless those who blesses others. You need to keep on giving. See, you need to do your giving while you're living, then you're knowing where it's going. Amen. In other words, you ain't got no check.
We gotta go real soon. But tell us more about these books and why did you decide to write children's books once again?
Literacy is so very, very important. A lot of folk don't know it, but the prisons are built today based on the reading scores of third graders. If you cannot read by the time you're in the third grade, that's why you're taking all these tests. That determines that you will either be in prison or dead by the time you're a teenager. So you take these tests, all these aptitudes tests that you're taking, and they see who cannot read, and they say, aha, we have a prison cell for them. It's time to build a new prison. That's how powerful literacy is.
Wow.
So a goal is to have a literacy program, let young people know that it is cool to read, it is cool to be smart, it is cool to be intelligent, it is cool to obtain knowledge. Our people suffer from the lack of knowledge, not because we're stupid, but we need to be blinded. So created these books before the full-time Mac director, the human relations specialist, helping young people break barriers of communication. And I have an artist by the name of Jesse Dallas, and he draws a lot of pictures that are really cool. So they have the kids wearing clothes, they have the hats turned backwards and things like that. So these are all books with powerful messages. I am responsible for me. It's so easy to blame everybody else for my mess. But I have to take responsibility for myself. I am responsible for my successes, but I'm also responsible for my failures. Responsible simply means I am responsible. I am able to respond intelligently, morally, and spiritually. Responsibility simply means I have the ability to respond intelligently, morally, and spiritually. Therefore, I have the ability to succeed, to expand, to grow, and to continue to enlarge my territory. Come on.
Before we go, is there a website where people can order your books?
There are a website. You can go to TommyFord.com. And listen, I challenge each and every one of you, both those of you in the audience and those of you in television land, to be a part of your communities. Our young people belong to us. They need us. They say that it takes a village to raise a child, but the village is sick right now. The folk in the village, I don't want raising my child. Because the same folk who in the village back in the day had something warm and beautiful and encouraging to say to our children. But we have some folk in the village that are not that healthy right now, and I don't want them around our child. So those of us who are healthy, it's our responsibility to go out and empower our young people. And not only our young people who are in our communities and in our families, we have, like what happened over in Haiti and all over Africa and all around the country, we have to reach out to all of these people because we all here together. We all we got. We all we have, and we have to love on one another and encourage on one another. Have a website. You can go to TommyFord.com. I challenge you to go. Leave me leave me an email, leave me a message. I will return every single one of them. And I challenge each and every one of you to get involved in your community. I want to partner with you and show you how you can do that and come out and help you get involved in your community, both here at home and all around the world. So you can go to TommyFord.com or you can go to www.trivani.com, TRIVANI.com/T-Ford. And Trivani is a company that I'm working with now who are helping to empower, feed, and educate kids all over the world.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tom. Give it up for Reverend, that's a pastor, the Pope of Comedy, Tommy Ford, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Can I take it to the bridge? Hit me.